Hungry? Order your favorite meals and drinks from hundreds of restaurants through the best app and have your food delivered to your doorstep. Download the AfriDelivery app now.
Then, so I come, that was around, I can't remember properly, but I think it was 2018. No, 2016 or 2017. 2017, December. So I come back in September there. So I ran my business for 2 months, 3 months.
Now, how are things happening? What's happening at this time?
Still problems after problems. Oh, the bikes we bought, they're fake. They're breaking down every day. Even if they were, most of it was negligence because I didn't want to service them, so on and so forth. So even the small issue would be a big issue. Yeah.
What about salaries?
Salaries I'm managing to pay. I'm borrowing from my mom.
Oh, so you're not paying from the business?
No, which, man.
Okay, let me ask you now. The orders that have been done, you're still doing in cash. So there's no grace period. It's your riders arrive there with the order has been just done before. They pay cash. They go into the order. What?
Yeah. So I would make maybe 100 kwacha a day. 100 is like 100 is like back then 1,000 bob. Which was not bad, but I will spend half of it on fuel.
For the riders now.
For the riders.
Because now you have 2 bikes.
Yeah, I've got 2 bikes.
Okay.
And then come December
2017.
Yeah, my mom is coming home. We're excited. We're going to short vacation.
You haven't seen your mom in how many years? From the day she went to States?
Yeah. No, that was like, so she had come back in 2015.
Okay.
So then she went for 2 years and came back in 2017. I think something like that. So right before she came back, I hadn't seen her for 15 years. So I go back in December and we all arrive there and I find her. When I land, cholera hits in Zambia.
Yeah.
What's cholera hit? My 9 orders. I think actually went a day without orders. The government is, do not dare eat at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Or from the restaurant. Hey, I'm like, these guys have been sent to kill my business. Everything came to a standstill.
What?
Yeah. I'm no longer getting orders. Nothing, man. My orders went down from 9, I was doing 9 a day, maximum, to 0 for like 2-3 days. Yeah. So back to 0. From here, and I was frustrated. I remember shouting at people through the phone because of simple things like punctures. I'm like, how could you have a puncture? The employees asking me, how can we control punctures? Oh man, I was frustrated. I'm just shouting through the phone because it's not their fault.
I know,
the cholera has hit, but there are no orders. There are no orders. What are we supposed to deliver?
Yeah.
So I remember how driving in Kenya, Nairobi. Right now, back then, Jamaica is big and so on. So there's so many bikes in Kenya. And my wish was only that I could take 1 or 2 of those bikes and bring them. I'm like, if only I could take some of these bikes to Zambia.
So, but my question is, did you feel like the demand was, your logistics was not meeting the demand?
Yeah. At some point, you go to 10 deliveries, I was like, we've hit our capacity.
Also, like, for real, by the time you're getting to, you needed bikes, you were delaying on orders.
Yeah, but I was delaying on orders not because I didn't have enough bikes, because of breakdowns.
Oh, okay, yeah. I get. And
then I had those 2 bikes and I had a small car, a fan cargo. So this fan cargo turned into a delivery car. So I was like, where drivers can drive a car, give them. It got so bad to the point where if you have a breakdown, take a taxi and deliver that food. Because I don't want customers to see our struggle.
Customer satisfaction.
Deliver that, do what you have to do. Make sure it's delivered. Make sure it's delivered. So So and we did that for quite some time. Then I came back from the holidays.
So this is now 2018.
Yeah. So I came back in 2018. And then, so at that time, I had registered it as Afri Online because I wanted to do Afri Taxi too, under both of them. Then I decided, you know what? We have to reset. So when I was coming back, my mom gave me her card. That was the first physical card I had. She told me, you know what? Go and swipe for your one bike. Ooh. So now I'll have 3.
And a new one.
A new one. Like I went to the store.
5,000 kilometers.
Yeah. No. What? 0 mileage.
No, what I mean now, you can do 5,000 kilometers.
Yeah. So I went to the shop. I'm like, do you swipe? They said yes. I gave them that card. We didn't even have a pin. And they swiped for a fresh new bike. $1,100.
Whoa.
That's how I had my third bike.
Same shop?
Same shop. No, different one.
Okay.
Now I've moved to a different brand. And then after that, I asked them, do you guys lease bikes? They said, actually, there was a company that was doing the same thing we were doing, and they've returned some of their bikes. So if I want, they can lease 2 bikes to me. So now I have, how many bikes? 5.
But how many riders?
I've had now 3 more.
Oh, you've had 3 more.
Yeah. So now I've got 5. So now I've got 5, I can accommodate 20 deliveries, 25 deliveries. But even at this time when I'm doing that, I've got 1 call center agent who still works with me up to this day. Then I've got those 2 riders, those 5 riders, one of them still works, 2 of them work with me up to this day. And now that was when I knew the business I started. I went to and registered it as AfriDelivery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you. There's something that I need to connect with your story.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you talking about growing logistics.
Yeah.
But demand. It doesn't matter if you have 100 bikes. If the demand is not there, those bikes will just be chilling. Yeah. So, did you believe that demand was there, or that you could grow that demand?
Yeah, I saw the demand coming, and it was very organic. I never did any advertisement. Traditional advertisement, no. It was organic. Just make sure that customer is happy. So this is how my growth was. Today you order, tomorrow your neighbor will order.
Or your friend who was with you.
Yeah, because
like
you guys
they're
were
pumping
together.
now once after delivery.
Yeah, so you guys are chilling together. You like what you see. Yeah, that's it. That's how it grew.
Okay.
Yeah. So it grew, and
so now you come back. Yeah. You've got your 5 bikes. You register AfriDelivery.
Delivery now. Yeah.
This is 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm doing 20-something deliveries a day, and now I can afford to pay people now.
And the restaurants,
but I'm not paying them on time.
But the restaurants, you're still buying over the counter.
Yeah, everything is over the counter. I only started collecting when I hit maybe 50 deliveries or 60.
Okay.
Yeah, from maybe 2 people. Yeah.
Because which big names have you signed up at this time?
There's Marlin, where we just ate from, and then there's Changtai, and then there's Meraki, and then there's Mint. Mint is huge. And then there's who else? I don't remember. Mike's Kitchen, it shut down.
Yeah.
And then it was maybe like 6-7 restaurants.
Okay. And just to be clear, at this time your business is only restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only restaurants. So now my most of the money I'm making is going to those 2 old bikes I had bought. Those bikes got so bad and so old, and it got so bad that the employees started calling them legends. They would break down every day like clockwork. Every morning I'm buying carburetors. I'm buying tubes. I'm buying... It's okay. Hey, right now, do you know there's a time right now?
Okay, those memories are finishing you.
There's a time one of my riders was riding that bike and the bike caught fire. So the guy was telling me how he's feeling hot between his legs. But he doesn't understand why until he stopped and checked. The bike was on fire. My goodness. But you know what? it doesn't change the fact that I only have 5 bikes. So I can't just say these bikes are old, let's shelve them. They still they work until their last breath. They have to keep moving and going until they can't move anymore. There's a time when it was raining during the next season. So that bike went. I think the brakes failed and it went into a ditch.
What?
With the rider on it. And it disappeared in that ditch.
It's gone.
With the rider. And we removed it the following day. We cleaned the oil tank. Back to the road.
Oh, you.
Back onto the road. Yeah, I couldn't afford to get more bikes, so. And I can't go asking my mom again for her card.
Yeah.
So the bikes move. Wow. Then, so now I'm doing about 30 deliveries. Even me myself, at some point, I was doing deliveries with my car. So I'll just navigate. I'll be like, oh, this is the client's place. I give them the order, and that's it. So it was myself and those 5 riders. And now they had off days, so I probably had about 3 riders working at the same time, 3 or 4.
Oh, because weekends, your business doesn't shut down. It's what time to what time?
7 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 10. Then I increased from 7 to 10
p.m.
Yeah.
Every day, Monday to Monday.
Yeah. Never closed. Up to this day, we open from 7 to 10.
So what you do, you give your riders different shifts?
No.
At this time, they are daily.
Daily.
Whoa, that's crazy.
You come and but you know what? I always made it very transparent. If we win together. If we lose, we lose. So I've got a very good relationship with my employees. Yeah, until my HR came and told me, you owe these guys so much money for overtime.
Yeah.
Hey, so this time now the company is growing.
Yeah.
But I'm still the one doing everything.
What kind of challenges come with with increase in clientele? So increase in customers.
So first of all, your customer service, if it's what you center your business around, you need to increase that. And there are a lot of hidden costs. There's some costs that you never see as when you start until now you grow your capacity, like fuel. So your fuel is 50 kwacha, let's say, a day. Increase that by 5. That's 30. And it increases significantly. You can never tell that. Communication. My communication was in hundreds. Now it goes to thousands.
What does that
Over
mean?
time, thousands of communications. Now you're calling more.
Yes, okay.
Over time now. To the point where you say, no, we don't need you now. Just go. Yeah. So if you factor all these costs, at the end of the month, you have to get rid of the variant costs. So you keep the fixed ones, but the others, play around with them. So now I started understanding such things. Of course, I at that time I hadn't.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that time you're not even understanding overtime.
I'm not understanding.
You're just about keeping the business afloat.
Yeah, let's just go. And you know one thing I always assumed? I assumed all these guys were shareholders. So I expected them to have the same passion. So when I ask someone to work and they tell me they can't, I get pissed off. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Can't you see this great thing that we have here? What do you mean you can't work?
It's yours, not
it's
ours.
Mine. Yeah, it's mine, not theirs. Now I understand that. Nobody can ever have the same passion for a business as compared to you.
Dude, I'm so feeling this story.
But I was always very pissed off. It used to throw me. If I ask you to make a sacrifice and you can't, why? I don't know why I always assume they're all shareholders. Anyway, so now people are getting off days, and then I decided the first thing I have to do is compliance. Because my business is becoming popular. Once you brand those bikes, then you'll get
the taxman
knocking on the door. Yeah. Hey, so I get a human resource manager. And I was lucky I got one of the smartest human resource managers.
How did you find them?
They applied.
Oh, so you just put out a notice?
Yeah. And she applied, and I don't know how I interviewed her. Can't remember. She got the job. Right?
This is still 2018?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when she got the job, the questions she was asking me, I got shocked. Have you paid your people for holiday pay? Have you paid your people overtime? Do they have leave days? Okay, do you pay for workers' compensation? Hey. And now, I'm like, how? We are all partners in this. I thought we are all partners in this. Why do I pay them? Why should I pay them holiday pay? Maybe I don't go on. Maybe I don't go on holiday. Why should I be paying them? Why? Hey. But let me tell you, in any country, there's something they call the labor law. It is brutal. So now we have to backtrack. You hired this guy 1 year ago. This is the amount of money you owe them, which came to like 1 million shillings. Hey, you know, I'm still a bit Kenyan, so my money I just take it in my head. I convert it to Kenyan shillings. I'm like, ish. All this money. This is what I owe them. Hey, okay. And then, so now I have to humble myself because now you have to start negotiating. Don't forget, the new HR has brought to light that I owe these guys money. And they are aware. So if they are aware, if you don't start making plans to pay them, it becomes a problem.
Yep. And these are the most important part of your business.
Yeah. They can't go. If they go, then you're doomed. So now I start negotiating with them. Oh, this is how much I can afford. Your holiday pay, I can only pay it every now and then, not every end of the month like we do now. So, is that okay? Most of them said yes, of course. They didn't have an issue. And then the delivery jobs are not as big.
Did you have 1 or 2 who said no?
No.
Okay, so all of them said yes.
The guys really supported my drivers. I mean, my drivers really supported that business. Up to this day, they support it like it's theirs. So yeah, now I've got the most important part of the business. I've sorted out the personnel issue, HR, and the compliance now. There's something we call workers' compensation, and our business is a high-risk business, so the cost is more. That's another bill that you don't have. Ish. But anyway, and don't forget, all this time there's no investment. My mom had already gotten tired. She's not giving me no more money. Now she's not even asking me to pay what I owe. Even at some point I used to dodge her calls. So like, hey, no. So yeah, so the business now has grown to about. So the bikes, how there's a phase where I moved from. I grew very fast from 5 bikes to 12. So this phase was the guys I had leased 2 bikes from. They came and said there are, I think, 3 more available or something like that. So I leased another 3. And then through this now, then I started running it like a supermarket. You make some money. Once you pay your people, you don't prioritize on things you can postpone. So for example, like if I owe you holiday pay, I'd say please hold. Let me just use this money to pay a down payment for a new bike. Like that. So I grew to like 10, 12 bikes there. And then
but is demand there? Yeah. By the time you're 12 bikes.
Yeah,
so now how many orders are you doing a day when you're about
50 something?
50 orders.
Yeah. I'm doing 50. And I believe I'm a huge business at that time. Because at least every 2 hours I see my bike, every 3 hours I see my bike. Yeah. Then
do you have a salary?
Never.
So how are you eating? Company chums is your chums.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Director's expense.
If you need to pay rent, you just
yeah, everything came from no, I mean my rent, first of all, my mom paid for my rent for quite some time. There's a time I owed rent for 6 months. I don't understand how my landlord was that patient. 6 months. I told my mom, I need you to pay my rent. She gave me some story, I don't remember. But she paid some of it and the rest I paid slowly. Yeah. So
and okay, let me also ask from the partner side, is the partner side growing? Because if the partner side grows, it means
the restaurants
more. Yes.
Yeah, it's growing.
So
and at this time I'd already gotten rid of Ahmed. Yeah.
Why?
The guy that was helping me with acquisitions, because we thought about something very, very okay. So there's one thing I normally say. So you hire people, and at some point these people have to keep up with the growth of the institution. And if they can't do that, you either have to let them go or take them for training. but they have to be willing to do that. You understand? In this case, Ahmed left because we had a fight because of his grammar. You understand? I told him, you're dealing with big guys now. You can't be writing English backwards. Okay? So when you're writing emails, there's a certain way emails have to be phrased. Your punctuation has to be right. Okay? And if you're not sure, ask for help. But don't just send emails with bad spelling mistakes. It will make the whole company look incompetent. So I think he took that personally, and it's like, this is will not stay.
Okay, I love what you've talked about, because that means the under your restaurants, your clientele, because remember you've talked about having middle class and upper class clientele. That means the kind of restaurants now that you're beginning to partner with are of a certain caliber.
Yeah.
So examples of those are?
So even the ones I had already partnered with
were all already of a certain caliber.
But now the conversation is shifting from WhatsApp messages to now emails. I updated menus coming up. This is it. How far are you with the new menus? So it's an exchange. Please introduce us to the guys that deal with this, the guys that deal with marketing. Now we're starting to discuss about marketing collaboration. These are conversations that take place via emails and so on. So there's a certain way that you should phrase emails.
Of course, you need it to be professional.
Exactly.
And from a revenue perspective, how are you making revenue? Actually, I can't believe I'm not even asked this question.
Oh, so we're making revenue through commissions and delivery fees at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a markup. There's a markup from everything that you're selling.
There was a markup, or the restaurant would pay us a commission, but we told them we don't care how you pay us. You can decide to push this to the consumer, or you can decide to pay us, but you have to make something. Yeah. So we're making from there and the delivery fees.
Okay. And what about on the app, in-app marketing?
It's not there. We don't have users. We have like 5,000 users.
But still, people haven't seen this in other markets where...
No, they have, but first of all, they're doubting. They're doubting. Maybe I met someone, I think it was the marketing manager of Lafarge, and she told me she couldn't believe it when she came from another country. When the husband told her that they've got such a thing that works. She had to test it.
Yeah. Okay. This story is this. Are you having issues with your partners?
The restaurants?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of issues do you face at that stage?
So first of all, I remember having one issue with one. Have you ever had someone lecture you like a kid? So one restaurant called Changta, is still one of my biggest partners now. Unfortunately, the owner passed on this year. But that guy was more or less like my mentor at some point. So he called and said, you've decided to go into this business, which the biggest priority is customer satisfaction. I trusted that you would fulfill so there was a certain order that came in, and my two drivers, one of them failed to show. Hey, so now I've got no driver. This order is getting late. It belongs to one of his biggest customers. And he called at 10 and 11. He asked, are you sure you'll be able to deliver this order? Twice. We said, yes, we will.
Oh, so this one, you guys dropped the ball.
Yeah. Man.
He gave you a dressing down.
Man. I looked at him. He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to my agent at that time, who's working today, actually. And the guy, I think the guy got teary at some point. That lecture went on for an hour. Do you know it got so bad? I had to go to the shop, buy a bottle of wine, take it to the customer's house to apologize. That's how bad it was.
But you were willing to do that to maintain the relationship.
To maintain that relationship. Because if you want such a restaurant drops from a platform, what are you going to do? It's not like you've got many other restaurants at the queue like this.
Yep, and also your reputation can go down.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
And Zambia is even tinier.
Exactly.
Hey, Kenya I thought was small. Zambia, 2-point connection to anyone.
I know, man. We know each other here. Yeah. So now I'm struggling on adding more guys. Adding more. My concern is not even the customers, because once you add more partners, you add more restaurants and retailers.
They come.
And so I wanted to get the big guys. So I decided to ask.
And who are the big guys?
So you're talking about Debonair's, Stairs, Nando's.
Okay.
And then I one of the brands, I decided to go strike a deal with the franchisee.